Welcome back, everybody. I thought you'd be dead by now, but you're not, and I'm so impressed. You got out of the hole. You got out of the. You're gonna get out of the cage. There's gonna be a magic show. This whole thing is just going aces. I'm so
It's
proud of
great.
you. So,
Wait till you see my aces.
I want to
Up
give.
my sleeve.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's less Torchbearer than we thought.
Oh, just wait. The Torchbearer is in the next room. So let's see where our stunties end up. So you decided by executive dwarven command to hook a left into the dark room there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the chamber you emerge into is crammed full, like just crammed full of items that appear to have been seized from the inn above. A heavy and ornately carved wooden desk, probably the cause of all the gouges and splinters you've seen in the cellar. And among the rest of the items are piles of clothing, pots and pans, a cracked fiddle, a large number of spoons and plates. The desk is like absolutely the finest of the items in this area. Your instinct, Harga, is to scout the room. What do you do?
I fucking scout it.
Yeah, scout that room. Okay.
Yes.
Oh joy.
So because this room,
Come on, I've got to succeed sometime. Probably not this
no,
time.
definitely not this time.
Definitely not this
well,
time. But
I
at
mean,
some point-
maybe we've seen large odds earlier. So okay, here we go. We're gonna talk about the obstacle for this situation. So because the room is cluttered, because of the layout and everything, it's an ob 4 scout test.
I'm not going to pass this.
You're in dim light, which makes it a 5, and you're also exhausted, which makes it a 6. You start with 3 dice, right?
Mm-hmm. And then I lose one.
Brings it down to 2 because you're injured. Okay.
So I'm rolling 2 against
Ob
6 or 7.
Yeah. Against 6.
I'm going to use a trade against myself at this point in time.
That sounds wise.
As much as I feel confident in my ability to succeed, I also understand the basics of math.
Yeah.
So,
I just love the idea of this like punch drunk dwarf stumbling through like a storeroom, pulling drawers out of stuff and like flailing around.
yeah, I'm trying to decide if the thing that harms me here is that I'm born of earth and stone or my fiery nature.
It feels to me like
I think
fiery.
it's fiery.
Yeah.
I think I get just like so like loot drunk. And I'm just like, fuck yeah!
I love it.
I'm like, holy shit! And I can't see anything. Does that give it another raise the ob again because
Loot
of the
drunk.
candle?
I already factored that in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking how badly I'm gonna fail. Yeah, and so I'm just like, whoa, check out all this stuff. And I'm just like, me scouting room is I'm just like shoving my way through it, like pushing stuff
Rolling
over,
aside.
like,
Beautiful.
holding stuff up, like, look at this. I don't even know what
Look
it
at this
is.
thing. What is this? It's a chamber pot? I don't even know.
Whoa! I'm just like,
Right. That's awesome.
you know when you're so tired
Yeah.
that you like switch into the like everything is just like hilarious and amazing
Yeah,
mode?
it's
That's
every
the point that I've hit.
it's the third
Yeah.
day of every tabletop role playing game convention I've ever been to where you're just like punch drunk and making stupid jokes about the games that you've been playing and they're not even funny. Like out of context you'd be like, why am I even saying this? But just you're so
Oh, yeah.
exhausted. I love
No.
it. I love
And I know I'm doing a great job scouting this room. I
Yeah,
know.
You are. You're killing it.
I am fucking murdering this. Great. So I'm gonna roll. I'm rolling
good.
one die. One die. I don't even get to pluralize it against
Yeah.
an ob 6.
Yeah.
Great.
It's fine. You could roll six times, I guess. It's a non-zero chance of that happening.
Well, I made a success.
Good.
That's one of the best I've done.
Okay. Well, you failed a scout test, which is good.
Well, I don't have any place to mark down any more failures, so that's probably a sign that I'm going to start succeeding.
So that means that failure just didn't happen, right? Because we have no record of it.
No, I could record that one. Now, after this, there's no more spots for me
Oh,
to
okay. So yeah, because we're gonna want to remember this failure.
Yeah, no, that was only my 5th failure, I believe.
Okay.
I've had 0 successes, but I have had 5 failures.
All right. So here's what happens.
Sorry.
So you're like rummaging through the stuff. There's all these like
Is there a
piles of
snake
loot.
inside, and does it kill me?
No. You grab something interesting looking. It looks like it might be a picture frame or something, and you like tug it to like pull it out to look at what it is. And when you yank it out, like it rips the canvas, and it also unsettles the big pile of furniture.
Yeah.
which comes tumbling down on top of you.
Yeah, it does.
You need to make a health test. I'm gonna say ob 2 because it's just wood. It's not like rocks and stuff. Make an ob 2
Whatever.
health
It's
test.
not even a real material.
Yeah, make an ob 2 health test to like leap out of the way of this like shit like tumbling down on you.
And how is my health affected by?
In exactly the same way. It's an ob 3 test and you're at -1 health.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the injured is the -1 die.
Nature, will, and health, but not recovery. Yeah.
Okay.
You're too slow to respond. Normally it'd be much more spry, but
yeah. So I'm
Chairs
usually
fall.
rolling 5, so I'm rolling 4.
yeah, rolling 4 against ob 3. Now, do you have a trait you want to use? Do you want to because it's a regular old test?
Can I can't use beneficial traits or wises.
Correct.
Uh,
Now, this is like a regular test, so do you want to? You can get help.
yeah.
Merowyn can leap to your aid.
there's nothing that
We're,
prevents me from.
we're well past that. There's no help coming.
Okay.
So okay, well, so here's the thing, Merowyn. You have a chance to help, and you choose not to. Oh my God, you're so cold.
I'm just like I kind of like put my hand out.
Yeah,
And I'm just, like it's gonna be bad. I just don't want to get hurt. Like
oh my
I'm too
God.
scared. I'm just,
Okay.
That's awesome.
Um,
Splinters. There's so many splinters.
well, like
So-
for Harga, it's not a thing. It's just like a couple little twigs. But for me, it's like 4 times as large as I am.
Yeah, totally. A single
Very
chair would be
intimidating.
enough.
Okay, so it's against ob 3, and I'm just gonna submit this and see what happens.
Okay.
I don't do it.
Oh, no successes. All right.
How
So
many dice did it did roll 5, didn't it? Yeah, 4, I guess. Well, that's fine.
I'm not gonna
I'm
kill.
getting-
I'm not gonna kill you.
I'm getting all of my failures out of the way early, so that when I succeed consistently from some future point on, I'm just gonna level everything up.
It's just gonna be all great.
All right. So it's not. I wouldn't say that like falling furniture is enough to really like hurt you that badly. But I
Yeah.
will say that the already scavenged helmet that you have, you like get pummeled by all this furniture that falls on you, and as you crawl out, you realize that it's just totally compromised your helmet. You are helmetless. This helmet is
Okay.
just ruined beyond repair. It was
I don't
already
know
kind of
his
rusty.
name.
Maybe you've got like a trickle of blood like on your face now that like maybe you're like scraped, but it's not. You're
And if I have my other dented helmet, can I use armor to repair it?
if you during the camp phase choose to try to repair your helmet, yes, you could.
Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that I put my.
Your original
helmet in
dented
my
helmet is
backpack.
still in your inventory. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that's cool. It's fine.
Seems like a great place to set up camp.
Yeah, I've already knocked down all of the unstable
So
things.
if you
It's fine.
want to, you are allowed to choose. So we're on round 7 right now.
Yeah, because that
um,
didn't trigger another
Yeah.
round.
It was just a complication.
instinct.
Yeah. You can use round 7 to make a survivalist test to improve your chances of this camp being safe, or you can just be like, fuck it, we're going to camp.
I can't possibly fail every test that I make. I can't.
Not true.
Not,
Do you have survivalist, Hilary?
I do have survivalist.
Great.
Sure.
I'm probably going to fail this, though. Actually, no, I don't have survivalist. I thought I did, but I don't.
Well, neither do I,
Instead of taking it, I concentrated all of my skills into things like scout.
which has worked out for me.
Okay, well, would you like to make camp here then?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So rather than being dangerous, this is merely an unsafe camp environment.
Is it still unsafe even though I've already knocked down all of the things that could fall on
I mean,
us?
it's it's still unsafe. We'll find out in what way it's unsafe. So what I do want to say though is, so Dave, you can. I think what happens with you is we'll cut back and forth. You can use your check. You can use checks, but I think that you get shackled by Blue Tongue, and she takes you to another room. Let me see. She probably puts a bag over your head first, 'cause she doesn't want you to see her stuff.
Yeah, all their super secret kobold.
Yeah, and also it's just intimidating. She stands up on like another kobold's shoulders to pull thing over your head. So yeah, I think that you end up in a room and you recognize. I don't know. Did you ever see the kobold getting whipped on the table? Did you see that room personally? Okay, so you don't know where the hell you are. You're in a room. There's an ornate high-backed chair that Blue Tongue, the tormentor, sits in. And she sends her kobold servants to go and get all the other kobolds to come to this, like, she's going to show off her new slave and how entertaining he is. While that's happening, you are chained to her throne and, like, forced to, like, sit, you know, a Princess Leia in the bronze bikini style, like, at her feet, which don't reach the floor. Her little clawed feet are, like, you know, it's a human-sized chair. But she's sitting there in this chair and just kind of, like, occasionally, like, patting your head and being like, there, human. You'll entertain all my friends soon.
It's like my gross bald old man head.
Yeah, totally. I mean, she doesn't know, right? She's just like patting your liver spotted head and just being very pleased with herself. They don't ascribe to the same standards of beauty as humans do. Perhaps among the kobolds, you are a beautiful maiden. And you notice that also in the room, now he's passed out, chained to the wall. There's an older man, younger than you, but he's like murmuring and like lying in a pool of his own like dried blood. Like you notice him, he like turns over and like his sleeve is like matted with blood. So you see him and you see this table with shackles attached to it. But yeah, so you're just getting petted by this kobold, and she's waiting for all of her friends to come. So you have a chance to rest. You could spend your check as long as you could do it shackled to a table or to a chair. So if you want to like try to get rid of it.
Which is very relaxing.
Yeah, very relaxing. But I'll allow you to use your check. The other players can't share them with you, but you have that one that you could use if you want while we all do the split screen camp phase. So for the party camping in the storage room, and to answer your questions, Chad is asking, but is he actually wearing a gold bikini? You can imagine the scene however you want. That's the magic of role-playing games.
Yeah, there's no such thing as an imagination mistake.
Happy little accidents. So, cool. Let's roll on the table. So you're in an unsafe dungeon environment.
Sounds fun.
Which actually I think was the original name of this game, Unsafe Dungeon Environments. Let's see. Unsafe underground
like the poorly translated Russian release of it.
Right. Yeah.
Accurately translated.
So unsafe underground camp. We got minor inconvenience. So while you are camping, let's see what happened. Where's my tables? Here they are.
It's like we forgot to bring marshmallows as a minor inconvenience, right?
Totally. Dungeon minor inconvenience. Survey says, vermin get into one character's rations and ruin them. So do you both have rations or just you, Halfling?
I don't have rations.
Okay.
I don't have rations.
One use of your rations, while you're camping, some, I don't know, like centipedes get in there and
Gross.
eat up the place.
Freaking centipedes.
Nasty.
Totally gross.
All right, well, I have one use of rations left.
All right. Does anyone have a camp-related instinct that they would like to
I
trigger?
do.
Okay. And what is your
Yeah,
camp-related instinct?
When we set up camp, I always cook a meal for the group.
Fucking right. So, go ahead and do that.
Well, it uses up this last bit of rations.
Mm-hmm. And they're fresh rations, right?
No, they're preserved.
They are preserved? Okay.
And
Rations
so I want to
preserve us.
cook for everybody.
Okay. So it's a team of 2. Cooking. Let's see what we got here. Cook factors. Okay, so cooking. I love that one of the in the factors chapter, one of the subtitles is evil GM factors. Let's see. Cooking factors.
Cooking. Evil GM factors for cooking.
Yeah. Whatever, you get free protein from the centipedes. Okay. So preparing meals from preserved rations is ob 2. The whole party is 3. So there you go. So it's an ob 3 cook test. And if you succeed, both of you will be relieved of your hungry and thirsty.
All right. Heather, are you going to help me?
You can't. It's an instinct. You're too fast. You're like already... She hasn't even had a chance to like take her bag off and you're just like throwing Hot Pockets around.
All right, let's fail this roll.
Did you do it?
Oof. Okay.
Only just barely.
Yeah, only just barely failed it. And there's
So-
no sixes, so you can't reroll.
What goes wrong, Adam?
Maybe you think you can scavenge the food from the centipedes. Maybe you're like, no, it'll be fine. I'll just cut off the bad parts or whatever,
Yeah.
and you make the food. But it isn't until you actually like eat some of it that you realize like it's actually really gross and tastes like bad.
Centipedes are poisonous,
And my question, I guess, is let me look at your conditions here, Marywyn. Is that situation more likely to make you? No, you know what? I think you're angry. I think it makes you angry that centipedes ruined your food, and
Yeah.
you like worked on it. It was gonna be great.
Why they have to be like that?
Yeah, you disgusting centipede ooze. Yeah. Now hold on, because you have a wise and you have a fate point, don't you?
I do have some wises.
So you taste it for the first time, and you're like, ew, it tastes like centipede. But you realize if you want to spend a fate point, you can re-roll one of those failed dice, because this just needs a little salt.
No, I don't have just needs a little salt wise.
Well, you're quick-witted, so you could use, or oh no, you don't have a. Yeah,
I
you
have
have
home wise
wise.
or sticking your nose in it
Okay,
wise.
so do you want to use one of those two? Like, can you come up with a way to use them to re-roll? Homewise might work.
especially if the centipedes had made a home in
Ew.
there in the hardtack.
No, I think it's just like it's just. Yeah, I mean, let's do it. So I'm spending a fate point to do this, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I
Oh.
think it's home wise because this is like it's about homemaking skills, cooking,
Yeah.
making do with very little, dealing with spoiled food, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you think back to like what would your mom and pops do? What's the family deal?
Okay, so I get to roll a die.
Yeah, you re-roll one of the failed ones.
Choo.
Ooh, it's just unsalvageable. There's just nothing to be done.
Yeah,
Yeah, now you're angry. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
yeah, and just like, demoralized.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. Poor little halfling. All right. So now you gotta start spending those checks. It doesn't matter to me who goes first.
I want to go first.
Okay.
I want to scavenge up some food.
Okay. Now, do you have you had this was just the one that you had, right? Was available.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're gonna use scavenger to try and get some food so you can make another test.
The centipedes ruined one, but then you tried to use the other one, but it turned out they'd actually ruined both. Okay.
Yeah. Well, hold on. So if you take the condition, you don't have to cook again because you do eat the bad food. It just makes you
Okay.
angry.
Oh, I see. So we're
Yeah. Don't worry about. Yeah, you don't have to like if you want to scavenge for prep for next time, that's fine. But both of you recover. You're
Right.
hungry and thirsty, but it tastes terrible. It's like sour and bad, and obviously like you have to kind of choke it down, but you do it. Yeah, you do overcome.
And shouldn't I have recovered something from doing the prologue? It wasn't clear to me what.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
You're
it
no
would have
longer
been.
angry, Hilary.
It would have been angry. Yeah.
Okay. And that wouldn't really have affected any of the other things I've done anyway.
No.
So I can get rid of hungry and thirsty also?
Yes.
Okay.
And that was based on the instinct.
And then I want to use a roll to recover from angry.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my will.
Okay. So what does that look like?
Fine.
How do you recover from angry?
I think I'm like looking through all the various junk in the room, and it's just like reminding me about the civilized world
Right.
and the comforts of home and stuff like that.
Sure.
So
Yeah. The dungeon is not the only place that exists in the universe.
yeah, it makes me less sad that way.
Well, we'll see about that. Oh, hells yeah. Look at you. You are no longer sad
No
anymore.
longer angry.
You're no longer angry. So you take a minute to calm down. Okay. Cool. All right, so that's a check for you. So check for somebody else. Who wants to go next?
Oh, and I should have 2 checks because I have that one from Fiery that I just
Correct.
got. I would love to attempt to not be exhausted or injured.
Okay. All right, so you can recover
I'm
them.
not prevented from doing either of those this time, right?
Yeah, correct. It was just the centipedes this time.
Just the centipede.
So Harga, you would recover from exhausted first,
Okay.
and then injured.
So it's an ob 3 health.
Yeah. But you don't factor the fact that you're exhausted and injured into it. So it's just a flat ob 3 health test.
And injured doesn't factor
Yeah,
into it.
neither
either.
of those factor into each other.
Thank goodness.
I know.
Thank the depths.
Like
Okay.
you're injured. You want to get less injured? It's hard because you're injured.
Yeah, you're also exhausted. Too bad. So I actually am rolling 5.
You're rolling 5 dice unless you have an unused trait for yourself. You can't get help unless somebody else spends a check.
Oh, to help me.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't used my good trait. I haven't used traits positively ever. So.
Do you have? Hold on. Are any of the following true? Do you have a shield?
No.
Are you carrying a full large sack?
No.
Do you? Right. You have like nothing in your equipment. That's good.
Yeah.
Are you wearing chain armor?
Nope.
Okay. Cool. So none of the fatigue factors come into your exhaustion.
Okay. So I'm just straight rolling 5 on 3.
Yep. Unless you want to spend a persona point to give yourself an extra die or tap your nature. You may want to save that for injured.
Yeah, I don't think tapping my nature. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try this one.
Okay, good luck.
Let's give it an attempt.
As much as I love watching y'all fail on recovery tests, I'm really excited for you to succeed so I can give you more conditions.
Okay, so I'm rolling 5 dice on ob 3, and I really want it to be successful. I can reroll that 6,
Yeah,
right?
you can reroll that 6 for a fate point.
Okay, I'm doing it.
And you got 50-50.
So I just roll one more die.
Yeah. Come on, exhaustion.
Did it roll? I just tried to roll it. Okay,
no.
I'll try it again.
Okay, you can just roll one day against ob 1 if you want.
I just hadn't put in
Yeah, I did that before.
obstacle at all. Yes. No. Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
you got it. You got it. You're not exhausted anymore.
Just the way the 3D die is, I couldn't tell if it had stopped rolling on the 4 or if it was about to turn over onto the 2. And I was like, don't do it. Let me succeed at something for once.
Yeah, no, you did it. You're not exhausted anymore.
And so does that count as a successful health test?
Yes.
Yeah, passing. I think that's the first test I've ever passed.
Yeah.
I don't see any other.
The other nice thing about recovery rolls is if you fail them, I don't get to twist the knife. Like we just leave it there. Nothing worse happens.
Yeah.
Good job. You're not exhausted anymore. You finally, after you get a chance to like. So what does Harga relaxing look like?
I think it's one of those like all that stuff fell on me, which like wasn't great, but I was like, yeah. Now I'm in a little burrow of stuff. Feels like home. I can finally relax. Like, you know, some people, they'd be like claustrophobic and that would like make them more anxious or stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like when a room is too big, I feel a little bit stressed out. Whereas I'm like, oh, good. All the walls are really close to me. That's good. Like,
good work. All right.
No,
so
no.
you're free of your
my exhaustion. I'm just injured.
Only injured. Now you can concentrate on your wounds.
Okay.
Upagast, do you wanna do something with your check?
Yeah, I was going to ask how, like, scavenging... Oh, I don't have scavenge. Oh, I'd like to try and find a way to eat some food.
Okay.
But I'm chained here. Like, do they have food on the table or like scraps?
Yeah.
and bread?
So Blue Tongue, while she absent-mindedly like pets your head, is eating what appear to be like roaches or beetles or something out of a bowl. So she's just like popping them in her mouth and chewing on them and patting you and feeling smug. You could maybe beg for some protein from her. She's got a whole bowl of bugs there you could eat.
I mean, begging is one thing, but it's closer to human nature to demand some.
Yeah, all right. So you want to try to demand some food from your kobold mistress?
Yeah,
I love
I'm
it.
like,
I'm so into it.
Give me that.
So good. Okay. All right. Sure. So go ahead and you can go ahead and roll your nature. We'll say ob 2.
Oh no! I tell you what. Maybe I'm a little bit safer. Nah, if I can roll my nature, I'm more likely to do it. Let's do that.
Well, I mean, in this case, yeah, like it's persuade, right?
Yeah,
Because you only roll nature if you don't have the skill, or if
yeah.
there's no
So I
skill
can
that applies.
persuade.
So yeah, you would be persuading her. Yeah.
Okay. My persuade is only 2, and I am exhausted though.
Yeah. So it'll be ob 3. Well, what was the ob before? When you were convincing, was that 4? Was it 3 or was it 4? Because she doesn't have any friends
said
around
3.
now. Yeah. So I said 3 and it went up. Okay. So in this case, it would just be 2. So it goes up to 3.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be 2, and I'll be rolling 1.
Well, let's see. So you have a condition, right? That's doing that. Yeah, you have exhausted.
Yeah.
So exhausted just bumps the ob up. So you roll the same number of
it goes
dice.
up.
Yeah. So your persuader is 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're gonna roll 2 dice against ob 2, basically.
Okay. Can I think of a way to?
I mean, you could roll and then use that fate if you need it. You could also tap your loner trait for yourself.
Yeah, I was thinking of how to thematically sort of do that. Because like I'd want to, but at the same time, I'm asking for things from other people. So
Are
loner would
kobolds
like
even people? Like, I think the way I was thinking of it, and you can tell me if this is true for up against or not. You are on your own, right? Like, there's nobody else here helping you with this kobold problem.
Yeah, maybe I'm just like a little bit more ingenious at it because I have to be.
Well, and also
Yeah,
more willing to debase yourself because there's no one around to see you. Like,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I
Eating
think I'll
bugs
tap
from a
loner
kobold.
for myself. So
okay.
I'll roll 3 versus 2.
All right. Survey says, "Oh no."
Nothing.
Okay, so I think
Nope.
that Blue Tongue reaches into the bowl and pulls out like a big, like wriggly millipede and holds it out to you, and it like squirms around, and then she just jams it in her face and like eats it and laughs at you, and little bits of like bug guts like fall into her like kobold whiskers.
But
Yeah.
what a profound disappointment that you don't get to eat the beetles and centipede.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. Okay. Merwin, do you want to make a test?
Yeah, can I use healer on myself?
I'm not sure. I think healer is for other people. But let's take a look. Keeps adventurers whole and healthy. Can include make poultices to help people in recovering. Treatment. No, you can treat. Yeah, you can use treatment on yourself.
Okay.
The benefit of treatment is that it's a lower obstacle for the test than it is just like on your own. So you can treat injured or sick.
All right, well, I still have to get rid of exhausted.
Yeah. Now you can. The other thing about treatment is you can bypass the normal order.
Yeah.
So you can do it right now,
And get rid of
skip
injured?
over and get rid of get rid of injured. The other thing is you might want to save depending on how many dice you have, you might want to save a test or save a check to also healer Harga because it'll be easier.
Mm-hmm. Well, until I deal with injured, I'm rolling 1 die for healer, which is not very helpful.
Not going to be helpful. Yeah.
But I can't pass an Ob 4 health test to recover from injured.
Because you only have 3 health.
I only have 3 health.
It's fair. Yep.
But I can spend Persona to tap my nature
Yes.
to recover that.
Correct.
But first I have to recover exhausted, which is an Ob 3 health test.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's try to do that first.
Okay. Yeah, and then we got to talk a little bit about failing recovery from injured because if you fail, you can take a permanent injury, but the condition goes away. But we'll talk about that when we do those ones. So you want to get rid of exhausted first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you got 3 dice.
I'm going to tap into my hidden depths for this one.
Use 4, so you got 4 dice.
Yeah. 4 against Ob 3.
Mm-hmm.
Please work. It did not work.
Oh no, 2 1s. Traitorous dice. Alright, and so no, you remain exhausted. All you find in the bottom of those hidden depths is more exhaustion.
Great.
Yeah. Okay.
Hilary, you're up.
Harga, you want to make a test? You're muted or very, very quiet. There we go.
I realized that I was once I said yeah, and then I was like, no one can hear me. I just went through our chat logs to try to actually tally up how many passes and fails I have.
Yep.
And according to the chat logs, I think I should have 2 passes and 9 failures.
Nice. Good
Whereas
work.
my character sheet only has recorded 1 pass and 8 failures. So I'm missing a pass and a failure. I think I did pass that like one test, something about dungeoneering or whatever early on when I like did successfully add that rope thing in. So
That's what I love. That's what I love about having this for games like this, especially like this and Mouse Guard and Burning Wheel. You can be like, did I succeed or fail at that sword test 2 sessions ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, it's recorded. I can go look it up. But yes, I would like to use a check because I would like to not be injured.
Okay. So recovery from injured is a obstacle 4 health test. Harga.
And I have 5 health, so I'm going to attempt it.
Yeah, just take it on. Okay. Do you want to spend any of your fate or persona yet on it?
I've spent the 1 fate that I had.
Okay.
So I only have persona left.
If you spend one of those persona, you can just get an extra die, or you can tap your nature. But healing is not in dwarven
Healing
nature.
is not in my nature.
But if you succeed, you'll just lose. You'll tax your nature by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And adding my nature would add all 5 of my nature.
Tapping your nature would add 5 dice to that roll.
Man, I could like actually succeed at something by a margin for once. I might still fail. That seems likely too.
It's also certainly possible.
Yeah, but it's not. Healing is definitely not in my nature, and I can't use a wise or a trait really for this, can I?
I mean, you could tap for yourself like fiery or born of earth and stone. Both of those traits make sense for recovering from an injury.
Yeah, and I can just do that once per session, right? So.
Yep.
I mean, I might as well. I'm going to. So I'm going to use born of earth and stone.
Okay.
Because I'm not angry right now, so I can do that.
Perfect. That's a good call.
So that means I'll be rolling 6
dice
on an ob 4.
An ob 4, yeah.
Okay, and I would have to decide right now if I wanted to use persona, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to just hope for the best here.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks, I need it. 6 on 4, we said?
Yep.
6 on 4. I'm so unused to the first number being larger.
Right. Oh, so close. Oh man, both of you were like so close on those last 2 tests. Damn. Okay, you're still injured. How many checks are we looking at now?
That was both of the ones I had.
I have 3 left.
Okay, that's not too bad.
We have 1 left.
Okay. All right.
So I should go, and then Dave should go, and then I should go again, and then I give one to Hilary.
Give one to Hilary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Marywin, what would you like to do?
And that just counts as a failed health test, right?
Failed health test, yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna tap my nature to recover from exhausted, and I'm gonna do it again to recover from injured. All my persona just to not be terrible.
Not be terrible. Okay. All right.
So here we go. I'm rolling 9 dice
Nice.
Nice.
against ob 3.
Okay.
No, ob 2. What is it?
To recover from which?
Ob 3.
Exhausted. It's ob 3. Yeah. This time, there we go. Now you got it.
I did it.
You're not exhausted anymore. You recover from your exhaustion. Dave?
I was thinking of doing the same, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can definitely try again. And be like, come on, come on. So do you try a
Oh
different
no, I mean,
tack?
I
Or...
was going to try and get rid of exhausted as
Oh,
opposed to
you can't get rid of
thirsty.
exhausted as long as you're hungry and thirsty.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
Your mouth is
Um,
dry. Your body is weak. You need food and water before you can stop being exhausted.
I was thinking of possibly trying to haggle for it, actually, because I'm better at haggling than I am persuading. But what do I have to leverage? I have
So
more
haggler is actually only used in town. This is definitely still a
Oh, is it?
persuade. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just try it again.
Try
Let's
persuade.
try persuade again.
Okay.
We're saying 2 versus 2. I can't tap my loner trait this time, so I think I'll just tap my nature and tax it.
So before you were trying to persuade, you're trying to convince, and now you're just like, give me the damn cockroach. Like it goes
Yeah.
from being persuasion to demanding.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I just love the idea of like your character, this like old man with a bump on his noggin, chained to a kobold's throne, demanding bugs for food.
I mean, all right, the worst thing that can happen is they will kill me. So,
And just like grumbling about how you deserve better the whole time. Like this is so stupid kobolds. I love it. It's beautiful. All right. Yeah, up to you. You got lots of dice this time. There you go. Nice. Okay. So she takes pity on you, and I think that she gives you like the animal the insects at the bottom of the bowl that were too like slow. So they're all like kind of dead. There's like some dead termites and stuff in there, and she just kind of like throws the bowl at your feet after she's done. She sits there
Yeah.
picking shells out of her little fangs with her nail while you eat the scraps at the bottom of the bowl. But you're not hungry and thirsty anymore. You're feeling good.
Damn.
Delicious.
Okay.
Dark shit.
So Merowyn,
It's me. It's my turn.
yeah.
I'm going to recover from being injured now.
Okay, cool. Are you
Again,
gonna-
I'm going to tap my nature, which has gone down by 1, correct?
Yeah, if you failed a test.
Well, I passed it, but it was
Oh,
still
right.
outside
That's
of my
right.
nature, so
Yeah.
it's down by
So
1.
it taxed by 1. Yeah.
All right, and then we're doing this next test here
Okay, and this is what test are you making? You're making
to recover from injured.
okay, and you're gonna make a healer test, and you're gonna tap your nature.
So the ob is lower if I use
The ob is
healer?
1 lower. Yeah, if you use healer. It's ob 3 instead of
But
4.
my skill is at -1 if I use healer.
Your skill, which is to say, you have 1 less die.
Yeah, because I'm still injured, whereas
Correct.
the health test is not.
That's right.
I'm rolling health. And so
Oh
these
no
both-
no! So recovery, it's still a recovery. Like oh yeah, actually that's true. Yeah, your injured does affect you because it's not a recovery test; it's a treatment test, which is instead of
Yeah.
recovery. It might
So
be
I'm
better.
rolling-
It might be better to just use.
I'm just
your-
rolling my health
Yeah.
and tapping my nature.
Okay.
Okay, so ob 4.
Look at all those
I do it.
successes. Yeah, blowing it out of the water.
Along with all of my fate and persona.
It's fine.
Whatever.
You got to use it to level up. Cool. Okay, so you recover. You are not injured anymore. You are condition free. Clean bill of health. And then you have 1 more check, right?
Yeah.
Merowyn, you got 1.
Yeah, so I give it to Hilary. Do with what she will.
Harga,
Throw it on the ground. That's not true.
happy birthday to this check. So yeah, Harga, what do you got? You're still injured.
I want to be uninjured. Can I try again?
Yes, you can definitely try again. It's an ob 4 health test.
Okay, this time I'm tapping my nature.
Okay, great.
Do I have to spend persona to do that?
Yes. So your persona, you have 1 persona remaining.
So 1, and then so I get to roll 10.
Yeah. What's your health?
5,
Okay. Plus your nature.
which is 5.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll 10.
Get those dice on the imaginary table.
I would like to. 10.
Yeah.
Against, and this is ob 4 still?
Obstacle 4, yeah. I was scared when I saw those ones, but the 6s.
Yeah.
You're good.
I passed it. Not
You're
my
not.
luck,
You're
but
not
I passed
injured
it.
anymore. Good work. And is that
And
all?
my
Is that all
nature
the
goes
checks?
down by 1, right?
Yeah, your nature is taxed by 1 point.
But that's a successful health test.
Yes. Yeah.
There
it
we
definitely
go.
is.
I'm going to level my health up eventually.
Cool. You did it.
All right.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Oh, okay. So technically, you weren't supposed to be allowed. We'll give it to you for this one. You're not technically supposed to be allowed a second shot at recovering from healer with health. It's just like your body can't do it without health.
Oh, yeah. Because that's why I wasn't sure. Because I know that there's like
There is there's that escalation.
in
Because
Burning Wheel, there's, like, let it roll.
remember we talked about we were going to be like look over the injury thing, but we just didn't. That's
Okay.
what that was.
I mean, you could take it away from me
No,
and
that's
make
silly.
me go
That's
again.
dumb. You already dice hit the table. It's fine. That was my mistake.
Okay.
Just let's all remember in case you get injured again.
That I would have to try doing it a different way.
You can't. Yeah, you get one try to let your body heal itself, and if you can't, then a healer has to do it for you. You need treatment.
Okay.
Yeah. Which cool. So everybody make sure you mark all your pass and fails for those tests, because that's how you get better at doing things like healing. And now you're free of that awful +1 ob, -1 die, injured, exhausted situation. You're ready to go. You can go save your wizard now.
The depths, because it was terrible. Now I'm totally going to successfully scout every room.
For real, I believe in you.
I also believe in me.
Well, why don't we, since camp is over, why don't we grab a break here, and then we'll come back and carry on.
More magic tricks.
Yeah,
Off the
with
break.
more magic tricks. Okay, I'm in. Dave, go practice your sleight of hand. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Stick around, everybody.